right, guys, welcome back to the 92 Meshgroup channel. I thought I'd have a little fun tonight, and so I went and picked up Madden 20. I haven't played Madden in probably 8 years, maybe. You know, I just haven't really had a time. I'm more of a FIFA gamer than anything, probably, which is kind of weird. But I thought it would be kind of cool to play Madden now that the air raid is back in. I used to love to play, NCAA when that was back in the, backing out, and we used to get that every year. That was kind of our summer tradition. But so I thought today what we would do is we would play a little Madden and see what it was like. And I can tell you it was an eventful experience for me. So let's jump into the video. All right, guys, we're going to jump into the video now, and you'll be able to see kind of what I was talking about. It just playing a little bit of Madden here, and it was really eventful. Let me say that it just really was, because I hadn't really played with the air raid stuff, and you can see right here. I mean, obviously, first play I'm gonna throw is mesh, and look at there, first play in the air raid gets picked off. So there you go, man. I was like, oh my gracious, how does this not happen? And obviously things don't necessarily work out as well as they should, and we'll skip the little defensive piece because they kick a field goal and I get the ball back. So here we go, coming back, second series. I'm thinking to myself, okay, let's go like we would do in a normal game, and let's start off with the quick game or an RPO or something like that, and let's see how it works. And obviously I'm not really good with the RPO mechanics or anything like that, so it was interesting to see how this would work. And so we're gonna do this little RPO, and obviously the read itself is gonna tell me to give the football, so I give the football, but then of course the guy runs it down from the backside. So that was a great play. And then here we come back in second down, and then this is more like air raid right here. So we'll run the ball first down, and the next thing we're gonna run some slants. This is straight out of Joe Salas's playbook. The first window clears, boom, you throw it into the second window. And I mean, and that's the cool thing about these video games now. They're so realistic that you can do those kind of things. So here we go. We're going to play with a little pace, and it's 3rd and 5. Let's come back with the RPO game. We got 6-man box, so the RPO should be there. And then, of course, we pull it, and then my stick skills get in the way, and so we're gonna come up to 4th and 4. Now, this is a video game, bro. We don't punt in video games. I don't care what anybody says unless we're playing for money, and I ain't got no money, so that's okay. So we're not gonna punt. We're gonna set up in here and figure out what we're gonna do, and obviously we're gonna look at it and say, what is our best play? And for me, 5 to 7 yards, that's shallow in mesh time. And so we're gonna look at our 8 shallow here on 4th down. And you see right now that the window, they're gonna play some man coverage. I don't like the way the window looks, but the middle window opens up great. And so we just throw the dig in there, and that's a big first down move. And so here we go. Let's keep it moving and see what happens. Coming back, we're gonna throw the quick outs, and this is just me throwing it to the wrong guy. I wanted to throw it to X, and I hit Y. The double slant on the backside or the double end, just didn't convert the way I wanted to. That's fat fingers and not being a very good video game player anymore, I guess. But I'm having a good time. So this is one of those videos where I just didn't really care. I just wanted to have a good time and see what it was like, and see if the reads were accurate. Okay, so we're gonna come back. If we were in a real game right now, 2nd and 10, we'd probably go with this right here. We would go with Y stick, and we're gonna try to get some make 3rd down manageable. So we'll come with stick, and so now it's 3rd and 2. And we're going to come back and we're going to run the inside zone right here because we got a nice little block. And then, of course, the Arizona offensive line on this game is just not very good. I probably should have played with somebody better and just used their playbook. But here we go. We're going to come back and run mesh again. Didn't really like running it into the boundary. I tried to get rid of it quicker, but that's one of those things where you just kind of run out of space. Probably should have ran it to the other side, but we'll see later on as I get a little bit more comfortable in the game how things are going to change a little bit. But we're driving the football a little bit. We're coming in here, and now we're going to look at Y cross, and this is a cool thing right here, because this is a chronic mistake. Okay. And the video game doesn't really address it. But this is why you go under Sam over Mike. Because see the window right here? And to be honest, I'm not even looking at this guy. I'm looking at this window. And if he comes under Sam over Mike, he's going to bang it. And I throw it in the window, and luckily, we're going to catch it. But, we probably shouldn't have caught it. But if he comes under Sam over Mike like he's supposed to on this deal, it's going to be okay. So here we come. It's the end of the first quarter. We're losing 3-0, and it's just like, oh geez, here we go. This is really, really boring, or however you want to look at it. So we're gonna pop it in and work our way down, and here we go into the end zone and end zone area, and let's see what happens. So I come in and I'm like, okay, let's see what we can do, and I come out and of course I'm gonna run something I probably shouldn't have run. I'm gonna run halfback toss. And like in a real game right here, I would have wanted to check out of that, because obviously if you look, they got two guys out here. We don't have, that's a wide 9. So, that's going to be a tough deal. So, it's not a great play right there. And you can see it's not a great play right there. But it's the video game, and you're just kind of looking at it. And these are these things. And I will tell you guys, if you don't play these kind of games, and you get the opportunity to do it, you might want to, because it really helps you with your play calling if you take it serious. I'll probably do a couple more of these videos at some point as I get a little bit more comfortable with the game and start looking at, maybe doing a series or two and see. So here we're gonna run mesh to the wide side of the field this time, and didn't really I had probably had the right guy. And should have threw it to the front side mesh, but I threw it to the backside mesh, and that's just inexperience with the controller and those kind of things like that. But it is what it is, and so here we go. It's 3rd and 16. What are we going to call? We're going to go back. We got single high. Y cross should be wide open, and it is. And they chase him, and this is what we talked about in the video the other day. We talked about changing Y cross. And in one of those videos, if you haven't seen that, I'll put it in the description. But you can, I'm sorry, this is mesh. I took it back a little bit too far, but I should have threw it to B right there. This joker's wide open. Should have threw it right there to him, but I didn't. And so we're going to come back in this wide cross against this single high right here. If you look at it, it should have been, I think this is it. No, this is shallow again, and this is me not being a very good technology guy again. But right here, you see the Y cross. You see the Y cross, and bang, and Dular talked about this the other day. He talked about how they've gotten to where they read it across the top. So obviously, the peak is not really there. The cross is there if I get rid of the football right now. But by the time I hit my drop, I come too late. But if you notice, he's chasing the cross, and look what happens to this backside window right here. See the backside window, and that's a good way to look at it. And this is kind of how video games can help. You can actually teach your kids, look, that the peak's not there, the cross is not there, and if you're reading it across the top, boom, put it in the backside window and catch it right there in the hole shot and get that first down. So that was a good way for me to convert on that deal, if I do say so myself. And then here we come back. We're just going to run a little screen here thinking that we get a little shot, but they sniffed that out, and that doesn't work out very well. So here it is, 2nd and 10 on the 15, and we're kind of in our goal line area now. So we're thinking different things, and here we're going to set up, and like I said, I love shallow. Shallow's a great play down here. We're going to let it clear, bang. We'll take that 5 yards and get to 2nd and 5 on that. Now it's money time. It's absolute money time. You see what they've done here. And I checked this play because they gave me single high Look at all this grass over here that you can check. So this is what we talk about when we talk about going to Y cross and things like that. Look at the single high grass, and it's just like, okay, let's do this thing, and bang. And I mean, if in real life you would want that ball to be in this area right here. But Kyler throws it up. The big Y goes up and gets it, and that's a touchdown. So, hey, I scored a touchdown. We're all right. So we're talking about it. We're gonna score this touchdown, and just gonna keep. I mean, to be honest though, I got the brakes beat off of me. I threw like 4 interceptions because I just started throwing mesh every play and just having a good time because I hadn't played this in a long time. But I really think as I started getting into the flow of it, I could really see how the air raid progressions are in these video games. And it's really cool because, to be honest, when I went to the San Antonio clinic all them years ago down at Coach Mummy's clinic, I actually sat next to one of the guys from EA Sports. It was the coolest thing. And he actually had given me his card and was going to invite me down to come to the studio and everything and look at some of the stuff that they did for NCAA. And they really did. They would go to coaches' clinics to learn these offenses so that they can make the game more realistic. And then, of course, right after I go down there and I meet the cat, all the stuff pops off and they stop making the game. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I had almost forgotten that I had talked to that guy until I started thinking about it today. But anyway, so you can use these video games a little bit if you play to kind of look at your reads, especially if you go back and kind of look at it the way I just did right there. Hopefully you had a good time, man. Like I said, it was just a crazy little video, man. I thought I would do it. And as always, spin it to win.